Hello Balloon World, I'm Michael Flood, your balloon twister, and this time I'm going to show you how to make a balloon cow. This one's pretty fancy, but I'm going to show you how to make a simple version of this, as well as this fancy version. Let's get started. For the simple version of the cow, you'll need a brown 160 and a white 260. And if you want to make it a little fancier, you'll need a green 160, a pink 160, and a green 260. We're going to start with the body of our cow, so get your white 260 out and inflate it halfway. Let them out and tie. Give it a squeeze and a stretch to prevent popping. We're going to start by making 2 small bubbles, each ½ inch. So these 2 bubbles here should be about the same size. We're going to take the knot here and wrap it into this seam. Then we're going to take that slack from the knot and we're going to wrap it through the seam once and around once to square off those bubbles. This is actually going to be the nose. Now we're going to make the mouth by doing a pinch twist. We're going to give the balloon a nice squeeze and a gentle stretch. We're going to twist another bubble, ½ inch. We're going to fold that over, pinch it, pull it, and twist it. And there we see we have the lower lip now. So we have the nose, the lower lip, we're going to make the rest of the head next. We're going to go up about 2 inches and twist the seam there. Follow that up with 2 more ½ inch bubbles. These are going to be the ears. So these 2 bubbles here should be about the same size. We're going to twist this seam here into this seam here. So now we have the cow's head. Next is the neck. We're going to go down 2 inches and twist a section there. And then next we do the front legs. So we're going to twist a section about 3 inches, follow that up with a small ½ inch bubble, follow that up with another small ½ inch bubble, and then follow that up with another 3 inch section. So these 2 sections here should be the same size, and these 2 sections here in the middle should be the same size. Now we're going to twist this seam here into this seam here. And there we have the front legs of our cow. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but trust me, this is going to come together really nice. Now go 2 inches down. And we're going to twist a small bubble, ½ inch. And we're going to pinch twist this one also. Fold it over, pinch it, pull it, and twist it. So now that's going to be the butt of our cow. Now we need to make hind legs just like we did for the front legs. We're going to go down 2 inches and then twist a ½ inch bubble, and then another ½ inch bubble, and then another 2 inch bubble. So these 2 here should be the same size, and those 2 in the middle should be the same size. Now right where the pinch twist is, twist this seam here. And don't let go of it. Okay. So you should have something that looks like this. This next part can be a little tricky. It should be all the way up to the end just about, but we need to get one more section that's about 2 inches long. So what I like to do is I pinch a little bubble right off the end, and I pop that just by snapping with my fingers, and then I let the air out slowly until I get a section that's about 2 inches long. See, just like that. So instead of tying that though, I'm going to take that, I'm going to wrap it into the head, and then any extra slack I have, I'm going to wrap back into the butt. There we go. So this is what your cow should look like so far. I know that can be a little tricky. If you need to use a second balloon, feel free. With a little bit of practice, I'm sure you can do it. Next, we're going to make the horns. Get your brown 160 out and inflate it 1/3 of the way. Let's mare out and tie. Give it a gentle squeeze and a stretch. If you want a male bull, you're going to make long horns. If you want a female cow, like we're going to make short horns. So twist a section for a female cow that's just about 1 inch long. Now we're going to twist the seam here into the head where these 2 ears are. And then on the other side of the ears, we're going to twist another section about 1 inch long. And then we're going to go up a section so we have plenty of slack, and we're going to break it off right here. The way that I like to break the balloon is I tear it like I tear duct tape, or you can just twist a small little bubble and then pinch it on both sides of that, and then just pop it like you snap your fingers. And that way you can pull it off, put the air out, and tie it there. Scissors will also help. Now I just want to trim that off right there. There we go. Now I have my tiny horns for my cow. How cute is that? And there we go, we have our 2 balloon cow. Now let's draw the art on it. I'll be using a black Sharpie to draw all the spots in the body. To draw spots in the body, I just go back and forth in a zigzag fashion, drawing a really uneven patch of black. Then I do that all over the body. I usually put 1 on each leg, 2 on each sections of the top of the body, and then 2 on the neck. Feel free to use your imagination and make this as cow-like as you want. The last part of the art that I like to do are the eyes. I draw 2 large black circles and I fill them in. And then with a white paint marker, I do a large circle in the top right corner to give it that nice little cow-eyed look. And then to make it really cute, I'll give it a small little gleam in the bottom left corner. How cute is that? And our 2-balloon cow is done. Now it's time for those extra details I promised you. First up are the udders. Get the pink 160 and inflate it 1/3 of the way. Let them out and tie. You'll want to leave yourself plenty of slack. Give the balloon a gentle squeeze and a stretch. We're going to twist a section that has a small 1-inch bubble, then a tiny 1/2-inch bubble, another tiny 1/2-inch bubble, and then another small 1-inch bubble. So these 2 here on the end should be the same size, and these 2 here in the middle should be the same size. Take that knot and wrap it into this seam, and then pull it through just so it won't come undone on you. Now we're going to do that one more time. 1-inch bubble, 1/2-inch bubble, 1/2-inch bubble, 1-inch bubble. And once again, we're going to twist this seam here into this seam here. Now we need to make sure that we have plenty of slack, so we're going to break it off really high. Let the air out slowly. And we're going to take it and hold it down like this while taking that slack and wrapping it through the seam of 2 of those bubbles. And then twist it through and out the other side. What this will do is it'll lock the 2 sides together and hold them nice and tight against each other. Isn't that cool? But we need 2 bits of slack here on the end to attach it to the underside of our cow. To attach this onto the cow, we're going to attach one side to the neck and the other side to the tail. Then we simply position it. Now you'll notice that this makes the cow's legs sort of flail out, and it sort of looks like it's already jumping over the moon. And that can be cool enough, but we're gonna add one more thing to sort of bring it back down together to make it look more like a cow. And that's gonna be a flower base. So get a green 260 out and inflate it 1/2 way. Let the air out and tie it. Give it a squeeze and a stretch. And this is really simple. You need 5 or 6 small flower petals that are all the same size. So here's 1 flower petal. And I just need 4 or 5 more. You want to lay them so all the flower petals are facing the same way. All nice and organized like. And I have this bit here that's left over, and I want to use that to attach my cow. So I'm going to pop off the top part. There we go. Let the air out slowly. I'm going to use this slack by taking it through the back legs and through the front legs, and then gently wrapping it back into one of the flower petals. And this should give me the ability to position the cow so it looks like it's sitting on grass. So you can still see the udders, but now the legs are pointed down because that tension of that uninflated section is pulling them closer together. And now it really looks like a cow, but there's one more thing we can add, and it's something simple. We're gonna make grass for it to chew on. This is the coolest detail, everybody always loves it. I'm gonna take a 160 green, I'm gonna fold it in half so that the nozzle and the tail are right next to each other, and then I'm gonna fold it in half again. So what you want is something that looks like that. And then I'm going to take this part and I'm just going to wedge it in between the lips and the nose, with just a little bit sticking out of each side. See? And just by doing that, it makes it look like it's chewing grass, which cows are always doing because that's their job. They chew grass. And now we're done with our fancy cow. Well, that's it for this video, guys. As always, if you enjoyed it, click that thumbs up button. And I'll see you back here next Monday with a brand new balloon animal lesson. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure you subscribe. And if you just can't wait till next Monday, there's a playlist in the description. I have over 100 balloon animal lessons for your enjoyment. I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister. Remember, you can make anything out of balloons, even a cow.